Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds, and we are presented by the Hula Bowl. This interview is sponsored by Tijuana Flats. Stop by your local Tijuana Flats to experience some of the best Tex-Mex cuisine, such as burritos, tacos, savory wings, mouth-watering enchiladas, and much more. Today I have with me Jamal Pettigrew. He's a tight end out of McNeese State. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
Doing just great, man. I'm really excited to have you coming down to the Hula Bowl. You and actually one of your teammates there, we actually invited you and Isaiah Chambers to come down. So it's going to be a lot of fun seeing you guys there. So
Yeah.
why don't you go ahead, give me like a brief summary of you and your career, if you don't mind. Kind of just bring us up to speed and how you got there to McNeese.
Okay. My name is Jamal Pettigrew. I graduated from high school in 2016 from St. Augustine High School in New Orleans. I originally signed with LSU, Louisiana State University. I spent 4 years there. I graduated and I transferred in August 2020 to McNeese State, where the head coach is Coach Frank Wilson. He originally recruited me to LSU, and I was happy to be back with him at McNeese State. I had a pretty good time with him, and I enjoyed it.
Awesome. I mean, obviously at LSU, so you were at LSU with their national title, weren't you?
Yes, sir. I was. It was a great time. I was on the team with guys like Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson, Christian Fulton, and I really enjoyed being around those guys and learning from those guys. And I'm excited to be in the NFL and play with those guys again.
Awesome. Well, I mean, obviously you're going to get a chance to do that. Going to come down to Orlando, maybe go up against some of the guys that we're bringing in, which is going to be fun. When we look at you as a prospect, I mean, let's just be real. I mean, you're a huge guy, over 6'6", 250 pounds. I mean, this guy with this, huge frame, big target. What do you feel is like the best thing you got going for you as a prospect?
I think the best thing I have going for me is my versatility, being able to run routes, catch balls, and also being able to get down in the three-point stance and block DNs and linebackers and defensive backs, whatever I'm asked to do. I feel that I'm very versatile, and whatever I'm asked to do, I'm capable of doing it, and I want to do it.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the stat sheet, maybe sometimes the stat sheet, doesn't do you as much justice, because I mean, I do remember sitting down watching you on a couple different occasions and seeing you get the ball in your hands, which I felt like, man, if you could have gotten the ball in your hands even more so, maybe you guys would have won some more games. You never know. But obviously a guy that I feel could be a really great target in the passing game, but again, kind of like you said, I mean, a guy who's not afraid to get down the three-point stance and block and do what you got to do for your offense there. So I really love that about you as a player. When you look at guys that are maybe at the next level, is there maybe a person that you're looking at the next level that you're trying to mimic, or even a guy that you're a fan of that's in NFL at your position?
Yeah, I'm a fan of every tight end in the NFL, to be honest with you. I think I take bits and pieces from everybody's games, but one person that I really look up to is Travis Kelce and George Kittles. I think those are guys that, like we talked about, are versatile and are able to get down in the three-point stands and block the ends and linebackers, and also be able to go out and catch balls and run great routes and get up the field and go score.
Awesome. Well, I mean, again, they're gonna make sure that when you come down to Orlando, they're gonna give you all those targets during the week, as we're practicing, and then hopefully in the game time situation, you never know, man. You could be catching some passes from a guy in the FBS. again, you're going to come to our event. Maybe guys from Power Five conferences. Kind of going back to that sort of thing. So, how would that feel to have that moment once again? Catching passes from guys. You know, at like more competitive level of play.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. I'm excited to catch passes from McKenzie, the quarterback from Florida State. I think he's an awesome quarterback. I watched a couple of his games, and I hope I'm on this team. But I'm excited to catch passes from any quarterback. Cole Kelly, anybody that's willing to throw the ball to me. I'm going to catch it. I'm going to get the field and go score us a touchdown.
Awesome. So let's kind of lead ourselves up towards like playing a game like regularly. Just kind of talk to me a little bit about some game prep that you kind of do. Maybe if it's some sort of ritualistic thing, or just kind of give me like your general practice as you're preparing for a typical opponent.
Throughout the week, of course, I have to go to practice, and we work out 2 to 3 times a week. And I absolutely love the process leading up to the game, drinking water, drinking Pedialyte, stretching, making sure I'm staying in the training room. I'm a type of person that I love my body feeling the best it can on game day. I don't want to feel any type of sluggish way. So I stay in the training room, making sure I stay with my trainer, Hunter, and just making sure my body feels the best it can. I drink a lot of water, Pedialyte, and staying in the film room as well, knowing my opponent as best as I can. Staying with my coach, Coach Rishaw, he always sits me down and try to get me to understand what's going on with the defenses, the coverages, and ultimately just knowing my opponent. Like I said, I drink a gallon of water on Thursday, a gallon of water on Friday, leading up to the game. I love drinking water and Pedialyte, and then before the game, I like to meditate and just take time to myself and be within my own shoes and walk the field a little bit, feel the grass, feel the turf, and enjoy the environment as much as I can. And before we could run out the tunnel, just praying and spending a lot of time with God also as well.
Great. So I mean, obviously getting yourself, ready, to go out there and make some great plays, getting your feel there for, whatever surface that you're playing on, whether you're on grass or artificial or what have you. So definitely got to get yourself, prepared for that. Um, Also, again, you got to get into the weight room, do your business there. How has that developed for you over the years? And maybe like if you want to mention like your favorite lift.
Yeah, coming in as a freshman, I wasn't as big as I was supposed to. But man, getting in the weight room, Coach Moffitt and him, and he was instilling a lot of things in us at a young age, as far as eating it right, doing the right things, taking your protein, and so over the course of the years, it just got easier and easier for me. So one of my favorite lifts was definitely bench press. I love getting out of the bench and throwing a whole bunch of weight on it and throwing it up. Man, it was I enjoyed it. Every time I stepped in the weight room, I enjoyed working out and doing any lift in that matter. And even when I transferred to McNeese, it just flowed right through. Even getting in there with Coach Bunting and just doing all those lifts that they had for me.
Nice. I mean, obviously, very big athletic guy, able to do it on the field as well as in the weight room. Get yourself prepped and ready to go for a game. Why don't we talk about some of your highlights of your career? So, what are some of the moments that kind of stick out? Is there maybe a play or a game?
Um, I definitely say 2 moments in my career. I definitely have to mention winning the national championship with LSU in the 2019-2020 season. I think that was one of the most special things that I've ever been a part of, winning that national championship and doing it in a 15-0 undefeated way. And I will say the second thing um, in my career that was special to me wasn't really football related, but it was academic related. And being on the commissioner's list at academic honor roll in the Southland Conference, I think that was something that was really special and proud to me as I'm on the road graduating with my master's this upcoming spring.
Awesome. So, I mean, obviously, you got some parents that are really proud of you. Of course, I mean, they always want to see guys that are, doing well, not just on the field, but definitely in the classroom. So, nice to hear that you've, been able to, take care of business there as well. So, let's get a chance to meet Jamal Pettigrew outside of football a little bit. Tell me something fun, interesting about yourself. So maybe a hobby or what have you. So give me something if you don't mind.
Yeah, I'm definitely an outgoing type person, and I love spending time with my family members and just ultimately just relaxing when I'm not doing anything football related. I love playing video games. Uh, Over the course of the time being at McNeese, I developed a love for taking pictures and taking videos. So I've been kind of getting into that. Sooner or later, I'm going to buy me a camera. I've just been doing it on my iPhone lately. But, I developed a love for that. I love music. I love listening to music every Thursday night and Friday. I'm always looking forward to new artists releasing their new music and everything. So I think I developed a love of music from my dad. He loves music as well. I always had old school tapes of artists and everything like that. So
So when you say old school, like what sort of jam are we talking about?
we talking Biggie, Tupac, you, old school artists like that. I always saw the CDs in our garage and everything like that, and it always interested me.
Nice. Well, hey, those guys are still they're still relevant. People still know their names, still know their music. So I mean, obviously, you got to have some love for those guys. Um, Anything else about yourself that you want to share? Any other any other tidbits that you want to share?
Tidbits.
I do have a question for you. So, like, let's say you do get to the NFL, and you have this big paycheck that you get from them. Obviously, you want to be able to make that one big purchase. What would that be?
What am I going to buy with the first paycheck? I think that's going to be something I think a little while about. Um, but I think I definitely want to invest into something like stocks or Bitcoin or anything like that, cryptocurrency. I'm really into NFTs. NFTs is starting to really progress into a bigger thing. So I definitely want to invest in those and dive deeper into that.
Nice. And was there anything more about yourself you said you were going to share?
Yeah, I love TV shows and I love movies. I'm really into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I look forward to going watch that new Spider-Man movie that's coming out this weekend.
Nice. A lot of Marvel stuff. So,
Yeah.
is there maybe a character in the Marvel universe? I mean, is it Spider-Man? Is that the kind of character that you connect with the most? I mean, if you could be a character in the Marvel universe, who would it be?
In the Marvel Cinematic Universe today, probably Doctor Strange or something like that. He's a very serious person and really cares about his business, but he also is a outgoing and fun person as well.
Nice. Um, All right, Jamal. I mean, again, as we begin to wrap up, I want to give you the opportunity to address a lot of scouts. I mean, they may or may not have already been at your practices, your games, but they're obviously going to get a chance to get to know you when you come down to Orlando for the Hula Bowl. I want you to talk to them and give your pitch as to why they need to pay attention to you and give you the opportunity at the next level. So go ahead.
Yeah, like as I discussed before, I'm a great person, and I take everything I do seriously. And this Hula Bowl coming up, I really look forward to showcasing my talent and showcasing my versatility. I think you guys should pay attention to me because I really want to help the team win and be an asset to the team, and uh, just give a little bit more to the tight end position and just be an asset as well.
Awesome. Well, I mean, obviously, we invited you. We feel like you have a lot of potential. When you have a big target like yourself, it's something that really can't be ignored. And then when you kind of, go back into your resume a little bit, I mean, you were playing with the best of them at LSU, whether it be in practice or in games there in the SEC. And then, you eventually find your way there to McNeese State, also having success there as well. Maybe perhaps not used as much in the passing game, but a lot of those things are going to, develop a little bit more for you. And you get your opportunity certainly, there in Orlando. All right.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
I look forward to it.
Yeah. So again, you could see Jamal Pettigrew at the 2022 Hula Bowl with a whole lot of other athletes. We have at least one more of your teammates there as well. You can purchase those tickets via Ticketmaster. And again, this interview was sponsored by Tijuana Flats. Thanks again, Jamal.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.